All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I think we're live. Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome back to the session, to the trading room, the Thursday edition of the trading room, the last one for the week. And we will catch you guys the next time. All right. Hope you guys are well. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is well. It is 4 minutes after 2. We're going to get started on a Thursday, the 21st of May. We are going to get started. But remember, guys, before we do that, remember the information in this session is not advice, so please don't take everything we say as advice. All right. And also remember, a few days left to the FMAS, so be sure to catch us at the FMAS 2026 in Cape Town. If you're around Cape Town, if you can make your way to the FMAS, be sure to catch us there. All right, on the 26th and the 27th. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. We're almost there, almost the end of the week. We're gonna see how the markets moved since the last time. The movements have been there, so if there's any changes, we will definitely gonna talk about those changes. All right, fundamentally nothing is happening as yet. Like I said on Tuesday, I think this week is going to be heavily dominated by technicals, right? The markets are moving as a result of technicals this week, and so in terms of the fundamentals, nothing has happened really, right? And don't forget to sign up for an account on the website. The website is on the chat right now, tdmarkets.com, right? The link is there to sign up and start your journey with us by signing up for an account, right? For any assistance, please do contact us on the details on the chat. For the TD Markets Academy, also please do contact us on the details that's in the chat right now. All right. So let's get it started, guys. Where do we start? Right? Where do we start? Maybe let me know, where do you want us to begin? Where must we start? Where must we start? Where must we start? All right, I don't see anything coming in on the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do updates. We spoke about GBP JPY. We spoke about GBP JPY. So this is what the market has done. All right, this setup on GBP JPY, the market was correcting, and then we spoke about one more push towards the upside. So we are getting that move right now on GBP JPY, anticipating this to head back to this high. All right, this is the setup we spoke about on GBP JPY. So the market is going there right now. If you're in any position here, you would want to manage your trade, right? You would want to manage your trade on GBP JPY. CAD JPY, looking for a buy in CAD JPY. Yeah, nothing has changed with CAD JPY. Nothing has changed. All right. Remember, CAD JPY is going back to this high. It's going back to that high. Nothing has changed, right? It's taken time because of the structure. So these higher highs, higher lows that are forming, it's taken time as a result of that, right? But CAD JPY, nothing has changed, guys. We are going there. We're creating higher lows there. Let me just do this. Let me just zoom in here. Spike, yeah, that should be a spike. All right. All right. Yeah, so CAD JPY, nothing has changed on this one. It's just creating structure. So this one remains bullish, right? The FIP is still there as well, right? So the FIP is still there as well. So nothing has changed on CAD JPY. We're anticipating a continuation towards the upside, right? Even if it may try to go down one more time, it's still gonna go up. It's just taking its time. The CAD is reacting to the volatility caused by the oil, right? The oil market. But this trend has not changed. So we're still looking for more upside, right? Where it is right now, this could be the move that starts or that resumes the trend towards the upside. Yeah, so CAD JPY, just a few more pips to go before the setup completes, right? Before the setup completes. So yeah, we are currently within the weekly monthly time frame bullish cycle. All right, price bounced on the 61.8 of the FIB. This is the monthly time frame cycle we're in right now. Yeah, you have your A wave, you've got your B wave. This is a continuation. So this continuation towards the upside, this is not complete. All right, yeah, so CAD JPY still remains the same. All right, we're looking for upside. Euro AUD, Euro CAD. We spoke about Euro AUD. Euro AUD looking for a continuation. So Euro AUD came back down here. So we're looking for a higher low here. We're looking for a higher low and a continuation up. We spoke about this on Tuesday. Right? That we are looking for a correction to come back down here. Looking for the correction to come back down here. And then from this area on, we are looking for a continuation. We are looking for a continuation to the upside, right? Yeah, so Euro AUD has not changed. It's coming from this low, right? It's coming from these lows here. So we are bouncing from this low. We're looking for one more push towards the upside. Yeah, so that is Euro AUD. And if you look at Euro CAD, let's see what's happening. It was testing the resistance the last time I saw it. It was testing the resistance. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was testing this resistance the last time I saw it. All right. Great stuff. So now with EuroCAD, let's see what's happening here. So with EuroCAD, this one will depend what it's trying to do. It will depend what it's trying to do, because now we can see that price is not only rejecting the resistance zone, but also the trend line there, right? We've got the third bounce. So this one, any movement towards the downside, let me just check here. Let's do this. 0.786, 78.6. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So with EuroCAD, right? With EuroCAD, it is bouncing from this resistance area, the resistance zone, as well as the resistance trend line, right? So any move towards the downside here could take us back to the area in between 61.8 and 78.6. So this area here in between 61.8 and 78.6. That is the area any movements towards the downside can take us. I mean, right now, it's a sell setup. A sell setup coming back down to this zone, right? But now any buys on this one, right, needs to break this resistance. So if it breaks this resistance here, then this will give us like buy setups here. Only if it breaks this, right? Where it is right now, this is a sell setup. So one more push back to this area between 78.6 and 61.8. Yeah, one more push back down to that zone. One more push back down to that zone. Yeah, so that is basically EuroCAD. All right, so Euro AUD looking for one more impulse up. EuroCAD This one is coming back down. For this one to go up, remember, it first needs to break the resistance trend line. Then this will definitely give us this move towards the upside. All right, so that is how EuroCAD is looking. Euro USD, GBP USD, where are they? Yeah, so with Euro USD, I'm looking out for a continuation up, right? So I'm waiting for a higher low to form. I'm looking for a push towards the upside. This is the same with GBP USD. So if we look at GBP USD, let me do this. Yeah, there we go. The same with GBP USD. All right, although GBP USD is almost there. GBP USD, let me see. Yeah, this one, no, there's no tag, there's no setup on this one. The setup is done, because the setup was, since it broke this, right, we're gonna go back and retest that. So that was the setup. So the setup is complete. So with this one, it could still take us back to that high there, right? It could still do that, but from where it is right now, you see how it's on the resistance. On the resistance, we have this possibility, and we also have this possibility, right? It can break the resistance, it can reject the resistance. So that is what we are right now. The last setup was that this is gonna go up and test this, right? And there's potential that it can go all the way up. So since we are there, where the market is right now, either we're gonna get this or we're gonna get this. This is a matter of waiting for your setup, right? If your setup forms towards the upside, then because it is your setup, that means probabilities are high it will push up. The same with towards the downside. All right, yeah, so this GBP USD, yeah, it's not a very clear setup. We'll have to wait and see where this is going. All right, but with Euro USD, I'm personally watching out for this move. I'm personally watching out for this move, right? Whether it's gonna go up correctively or impulsively, it doesn't matter at this point, but I'm carefully watching out for this move. So GBP USD, let's see what's gonna happen there. Let's see what's gonna happen. You just need to follow your setup here. All right. All right, the next one. Let's go. Let's see. Did gold go there to the third bounce of the trend line? I mean, gold is not that. You see, it needed to break. It needed to break this low. It broke this low. So it seems like we may get one more push towards the downside, right? So according to this formation here on gold, gold needs to go down one more time. And once it goes down, it will create a low, right? So then from that low, this would be the possibility, this or this, right? With what's happening with the war, right? This first needs to go down according to the pattern, and then we'll see how commodities are going to react with the war, because yeah, the commodities price is very sensitive to the war. It's very sensitive to the war, right? So at the moment, needs to go down one more time. Once it reaches the low here, right, then we'll see what's going to happen. If it goes down, if it breaks and goes down, it will be because of the Middle East, right? It will be because of the Middle East. There's no peace talks, nothing is happening. So yeah, so when it gets here, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But before it gets there, one more push here is expected, right? One more push is expected on gold. So yeah, so that's how it's looking at the moment. That's how it is looking at the moment. So besides the war, just from a pure technical standpoint, once the market reaches this low here, this is the movement we would look for according to this pattern, right? According to this pattern. Now, unfortunately, what's happening right now is both technicals and fundamentals are fighting, right? The market is reacting to the Middle East fundamentals, and also it's reacting to technicals as well. So it makes it a bit tricky at the moment. So we need to take it one piece at a time. One piece at a time. Yeah, so with gold, one more move, then we'll see what's going to happen here. Are we going to reject, go up, or are we going to go down? We'll see what's going to happen there. Right, but so far, one more push to the downside. So that's how gold is looking. That's how gold is looking. All right. BMW. Let's see. Let's look at the BMW chart. I'm not sure exactly where you're looking at the sell. Where the market is right now, there's no sell. Right? Where the market is right now, there's no sell. Look at where it is. It's here. Right? So we're on that low. On that low, these are the possibilities, remember, on this low. Right? These are the possibilities. So the market went down from the 61.8. It rejected the 61.8, came back down to the low. So where it is right now, the sell setup is complete, is done, right? So from here on, it might bounce and give us a double bottom, or it could break and go down. So I think you're looking for the break before you look for the sell, right? I may assume. Yeah, just be careful with this one. Just be careful with this one, all right? But yeah, where it is right now, these are the possibilities here. After this lower high, after that lower high, we went down. So let's see what's going to happen there. But these are the possibilities there. What I see is that I see price breaking. I see price breaking, and I see after price breaks, I see it going up. Right? Up until where it's going to go up, it's a bit unclear at the moment. But I see this possibility here. Looking at this chart. All right, looking at this chart, I see this possibility right here. So I see a break coming, and then at some point I see price going up to go and retest. Either it's going to go up to retest this, or it's going to go up to retest this structure here. But a retest is going to happen at some point here, right? So the sell that you're looking for, you want it to be a short-term sell here, and then if it goes up, this is going to also be a buy opportunity as well. It's going to be a buy opportunity as well. So yeah, so there's a possibility of a short-term sell and a short-term buy. This is how it's looking. That is the BMW stock. The BMW stock. All right. So let's see. Let's have a look at the chat. Let's see. US 30, German 30 and US 30, right? German 30 is going up, so German 30 is still the chart you would not want to take your eyes off, right? We spoke about German 30, just an update on that. German 30 has responded towards the upside. There is a retracement, there's a correction forming right now in German 30, but the structure remains bullish. All right, so anticipating German 30 to continue pushing up and take us back to this high or this high there, right? One more push either back to that high or that high. So just an update on German 30. You also have the USD, the US 30 as well, which also has responded towards the upside, right? It has responded towards the upside. Still a few more pips to go. Still a few more points to go. Yeah, still a few more points to go. All right, so this one is taking us back to this high. right? So German 30, US 30, they are about to complete their setup. Yeah, NASDAQ, we spoke about NASDAQ as well, right? Pinpoint analysis, spot on, right? We spoke about how NASDAQ is going to come back down here, and then from there, it's going to do this, right? You guys will see the arrow there. There's an arrow, the red arrow there, right? Looking for upside from here. So NASDAQ has responded towards the upside as well. And it is now reacting to this area now. It is now reacting to this zone, right? So if you had buy trades, if you had positions here, this would be one of the areas you would want to manage your trade, right? While waiting for price to go all the way up there, but this would be one of the areas to basically manage your trade, right? So from here on, if it breaks this resistance, it will definitely take us back to that high. If not, it will do something. Either it's going to correct or give us a pattern, but if it breaks this, then definitely momentum is towards the upside. So NASDAQ also reacted the way we spoke on Tuesday. S&P, we did not look at it. I'm looking for the market to retest the FIB where I plan to enter. Okay. The BMW I see. Okay. No problem. As long as your setup forms. You must also keep an eye on any news related to the BMW group, right? Any news that's relating to the BMWG, keep an eye on that. All right. So US 30, German 30. The GBP NZD, right? We spoke about the GBP NZD for some upside on this one. It hasn't changed. We're still looking for upside, right? This one hasn't changed. So once we get a higher low, we're still looking for more upside on GBP NZD. All right. So just an update on that. We also spoke about Euro. I don't know. Was it? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Euro, but GBP JPY, we spoke about it. One more upside. Euro AUD. The oil market hasn't changed, still taking its time, right? Any corrections here will give us one more push. So either this is gonna first visit 107.5, and if it breaks 107.5, we're looking for this to visit 114.7. Right, so the oil market hasn't changed. Still looking for a continuation towards the upside. Either 107.5 or 114.5. That is the US oil. And then Bitcoin. We also spoke about Bitcoin, saying that we most probably gonna get a correction and then a continuation down. So this is the correction here. So from here on, we are getting a continuation back down to this area. Back down to that area. So that is Bitcoin. That is how Bitcoin is looking. All right. So these setups are moving. Right? There's plenty setups one can choose from. So just keep a close eye. Bitcoin is gonna move. We spoke about CAD JPY, upside on CAD JPY. Gold, right, needs to give us one more push. We also spoke about silver. We also spoke about silver. I remember, yeah, spoke about silver. Silver is trying to break this, right? Silver is trying to break this here towards the downside. So silver is trying to break that. Yeah, so these are the updates, guys, right? These are the updates. Since oil is still buying, should we expect a sell? Gold, definitely. The Bitcoin movement is not because of oil. The Bitcoin movement is not because of oil, all right? But gold, I can say, yeah, still, anticipating one more push on gold here. One more push towards the downside on gold, right? Bitcoin will be its own analysis, just right, its own analysis independent of oil. So yeah, both setups are actually bearish setups here. Both setups are bearish setups, right? All right. Let's see. All right, so this is the update. Did I miss anything, guys? Did I miss anything? I think I covered everything here, but is there something that I missed? You've noticed the opposite correlation. Yeah, most definitely. So what's happening right now is there's a correlation right now because of the oil price. There's a correlation here with gold, right? Because of the Middle East and how the oil price is reacting, there's that correlation with gold as well. All right. So yeah, guys, so the same things as last week. Keep an eye on the Middle East conflict. Anything can happen during the weekend, and we may see oil price change direction. We may see gold price change direction. So just keep a very close eye and get updates from the Middle East tension. All right, get your updates there. And yeah, this week was just dominated by the oil price. Sorry, not the oil price. This week was dominated by the technicals, basically, right? By the technicals. So remember, always be patient with your setups, right? Know your setups, master your setups. Analyzing the direction on the chart is very simple, very, very, very simple, right? I mean, you can learn how to analyze in one day. That's it. But then from there on, you still need a bit of practice as well, right? Someone, you can be taught a concept to analyze the market and you can understand that in a day. From there, obviously you need practice, right? So analysis is very simple. What you need to do is to make sure that you work on your setups. You work on your setups. You master your setups. You work on your entries. You make sure that you know your entries like you know yourself. Then you will see how simple it's going to become, right? Whether price is going to do this or that, you're just simply waiting for your setup, right? Be patient with your setup. Be patient with your trades. Be patient with yourself. Always exercise risk management, right? And always be accountable. You must always be accountable of anything that you do. Be accountable. In that way, you are going to grow, right? Also, backtesting is still the thing, right? Backtesting is still everything. Ensure that you backtest your setups. You have a spreadsheet. You record your backtesting down. You've got a spreadsheet so that you know your numbers. You must know your numbers as well. So make sure you do that. You see, all of those things, those routines, those things will take you to a different level, right? So, and then from there, you're gonna then exercise discipline and patience. Discipline and patience, right? And basically, that's it. That's it, basically. Oh, I was talking about GBP JPY. Yeah. So GBP JPY, as I was saying here, it is going up. The pattern we spoke about on Tuesday is done. Now price is going up. So the take profit, we're anticipating this to reach that high. All right. So if you're already in on a trade, just manage your trade, and we're anticipating that to continue pushing up. All right. So yeah, guys. So there's the analysis. The market is moving. I don't think there's more to do, right? At this point, I don't think there's more to do. We've already done the analysis. So all we're doing now is just we are waiting. All right, we are waiting right now for price to move. But yeah, there's the analysis. We'll then see on the next session how price would have moved, how price would have developed. All right. The uncertainty and the market volatility does get frustrating, because what starts off as a profitable trade can turn into... Yeah, no, look, you see now, the volatility, the uncertainty you're talking about, these are things you have no control over. The market's being choppy, the market's having little liquidity and all of that. These are things we don't have control over, right? So as traders, what do? We learn to deal and we learn to manage. We learn to manage our positions, right? During those things, we learn to manage. So trade management becomes very important. Yeah, definitely, is key. Is key, because you may not know when the markets will get choppy. You may not know what the markets will do, right? All you know is what's happening right now. That's what you know. But looking at GBP JPY right now, you see it is going up now, but we don't know exactly how things or how price will move around the zone. So then management becomes very important. Trade management becomes very important to ensure that either you limit your risk, right? Or you get a break even, or worst case scenario, you get out with a small profit. Worst case scenario, right? But yeah, if a profitable trade turns into a loss, that means your trade management was not on point, because the worst case scenario should be break even, right? Should be break even, worst case scenario. So you focus on that. Then whatever the market does after there, it's the markets being the markets. It's the markets being the markets. Your job is to manage your trade. That's your job. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's any more to do here. This is the analysis. Take this analysis into next week. And if you are in Cape Town, make sure you meet us at the FMIS, right? At the Cape Town International Convention Center. Just look for TD Markets Exchange. We will be, I think it's booth 9. Yeah, we will be at booth 9. You will see the TD Markets Exchange logo there, whatever. Yeah. So meet us there. Ashley's gonna be there. I'll be there. And yeah. So yeah, let's have a conversation. All right. Great stuff. Yeah, definitely booth 9. The times are there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days. Booth 9, 26, 27. Yeah, just meet us there, guys, right? We're excited to see you guys, right? And yeah, so for today's session, that's it. Nice, quick and simple. Wishing you guys all the best at the FMAS. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The whole team will be there. All right. What I wish you guys is a good trading week. Yeah, all right. What I wish you guys is a good trading week. The rest of this week into next week, and we'll chat on the next sessions, all right? So we're going to end it here, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. Keep an eye on the markets, and we'll talk again next time. Cheers, guys.